Okay. Sorry I didn't add the description on this one. Let me just double check that I'm not giving you a sideways workout. That would be very hard. Okay, I know I did do the description. You can see me normally. Shoo. Okay. Yay, all right, so here we go again. We're gonna do this ACSM 7-minute workout. We've got 30 seconds of work and 10 seconds of rest between each move. It's gonna be so super fast before you know it. We're gonna be swat hard and completely done. I think Will watched me do this workout once before and it was the sweatiest I've ever gotten, I think, while inside and teaching class. And you know that I have to keep my intensity a tad down because I live on the second floor with a difficult neighbor. Okay, we're gonna get started today just with your feet grounded below you. Start to relax those shoulders away from your ears, maybe even just shake it out just a little bit. As you work to start pulling your shoulder blades together and opening your chest, grounding your feet through the floor, let's take a couple of neck rolls. Not all the way around, just from one ear to your shoulder and then chin tuck to chest and then ear to opposite shoulder. Bye. Let's do 2 more to each side. Last ones. Great, we're gonna go on and just get some delightful arm swings going here. Oops. As you notice, I'm being real creative with the space that I have today. As creative as possible. Let's go ahead and just swing our arms forward and back a little bit as well. Yay, all right, go ahead, separate your feet about shoulders width distance apart, maybe a little bit wider. Bring your hands to your knees. We're gonna give ourselves a couple cat-cows, just starting to wake up the back. Oh, I meant to do good mornings. Or good afternoon, so you know, I forgot. We just came right into that. Cat-cow. 4 more. Start really noticing what's happening with your feet. Are you rotating your feet at all, bringing the weight to the outside or inside? Really think about pressing through your big toe, your heel, and your pinky. Last one. Cool, and then round yourself up. Okay, this time definitely bring your feet wider than shoulders width distance apart, and we're gonna gently turn our feet towards the right. We're going for a little bit of a lawnmower. So with your core tight and your back flat, no, that's fine too. You can bend a little bit. We're gonna bend at the hips to reach down with our left hand. Our toes are pointing in the direction that our chest is turning, and then pull that lawnmower, open it up, and then back in. Make sure that belly is tight because there's a forward hinge right here. Finding that bend right here from the hips if you can. 3 more. 3. Boom. 2. Just kidding, I have no idea how to actually start a lawnmower, let's be real. All right, go ahead, turn your feet in the opposite direction. Pull that belly in nice and tight, open your shoulders and chest. Reach down for the cord. You can take a bend in your left knee, pull the cord, and then open it all the way up. Hello, upper back. Make sure you're not holding your breath. You can help yourself with balance, placing your opposite hand on your waist. 3 more. 3. Hinging from those hips. Last one. Awesome. Next up, we're gonna go for some soldier kicks, or think of it a little bit more like Tin Man. Open those shoulders, open your chest, stretch your hands out in front of you. You're just gonna alternate kicking forward. Carefully placing that foot down. Taking out the extra couple of steps, if you can, that we sometimes do with a toe touch kick. Please don't judge yourself if your toe touch kick is not quite as high as mine. If your toe touch kick is right here, wherever you can go with that core tight and that back flat. So you don't want to find rounding right here as you're kicking forward. Let's do 2 more each side. 1, Awesome. Oh, what's next? Oh, we're just gonna do a little hip flexor warm up. We're gonna go for our 12 o'clock and 3 o'clock or 6 o'clock. So you can bring your hands to your waist, bring a little bit more weight into that left leg, or you can pick that right leg up, open it up, tap down, like you're picking your leg up and over a hurdle. Gently starting to drive that knee towards your chest. Still breathing, still chest open, 4 more. Try to be light on your toes. You could see that I lost my balance there a little bit, and I had more of a heavy land behind me, which we're just trying to avoid if we can. All right, other side. We're doing 8. Open chest, belly tight. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Next, I think these are kind of one of Will's favorite. We're going to go for alternating knee huggers. Sometimes he does a little bit more of a pigeon style, but we're just going to work to pull that knee towards your chest, towards your shoulder. Exhale as it comes up. Still staying nice and lifted through the crown of your head. 3 more each side. Gently placing that foot back down towards the floor. Really focusing on moving with control. Last one, I believe. Awesome. You know, I'm going to skip the next move we were going to do for our warm-up. I think that was a beautiful warm-up. Come into a nice little lateral side-to-side step tap. I'm going to review with you what all the moves are for today, and we're going to jump right into our 21 actual minutes of work. Okay, we're starting off with jumping jacks. You know how to do a jumping jack or modify a jumping jack, so we're not going to waste too much time there. Next up are wall sits. We've done wall sits before. Starting with your bum against the wall, you're going to want to walk your feet out so that when you sit down, whatever distance that you come to, you just don't want your knees to be past your toes. Next up, push-up. Any kind of push-up you want to do. As in, on your knees or on your toes. Do your best. Then we're going to go for a crunch. Starting off with our crunch, the first crunch we're going to do today is with our feet on the floor, with your fingertips behind your head, but no pressure of your fingers on the back of your head. If you can keep your elbows open, cool. I just don't have enough space for that, so I'm going to have to bring my biceps closer towards my ears. Then find a chair. Forgot to tell you you needed that. I'll modify the description so that you can do a step up. If you want to work a little bit harder on your step up, you can hold a weight at your chest. But we're not going to do any overhead presses here because we want to relax our upper body for the next move. Just kidding, for a future move, which is a squat. Let's start off with just a regular squat. Beautiful. Focus on keeping the weight in your heels and sending those hips back. So again, just like for our wall sit, our knees aren't coming forward of the toes. We're not bringing the weight in towards the toes. Then we're going to do a tricep dip. Options for the tricep dip are staying here on the floor with your bum down and going from your elbows, lifting yourself up, giving yourself a tricep dip, or using a stool to be a little bit more lifted to work those triceps a little harder. Next up, we've got a plank. We're going to start off with a straight arm plank. You can do it on your knees if you need to. Then, high knees. High knees can either mean super fast high knees to you, or more similar to the warm-up move that we just did. Maybe you want to do a knee hop for a little bit of a halfway between. Then we're going to go for forward lunges to start out with. Whatever that means to you, either a big lunge, bringing that front heel down to get the weight there and the back knee coming down, or just a little bit of a step forward, only stepping out as much as you can so that when you come back in, it's one step instead of many little steps. Next up, push up, this time with rotation. So maybe you come down on your knees, but you can come onto your toes for your rotation, alternating, rotating, and then we'll do a side plank. First time right side, second time left side, and the third time, I'm sorry, we're adding an extra little round. And we'll do both sides. We're worth it. Okay, so our first move of the day is jumping jacks. Pardon me, as we have 12 moves. I 100% need this card today. Only 30 seconds of work. And then 10 seconds of rest to get to the wall for our sits. We start in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Remember, if you need to modify this jumping jack, and just do some either step outs to the side or the Freddy. I'm just going to modify because I'm scared of my neighbor. The reality of city life. Keep it up. Keep up that fast pace. Once you found the move and you have that, take a break. Good form, we want speed. Next up is our wall sit. So bums against the wall. You can have your hands on your thighs to make it easier. Arms relaxed down by your side a little harder. Come on down. If you're going to come out of this posture or this move before the move ends, it's because you exhausted yourself so hard that you slid down the wall. Don't push yourself up off the wall. If you slide down, that's fine. Keep that belly in nice and tight. Open your shoulders and chest. You've got less than 10 seconds to go here. Weight in your heels. Keep those toes pressed down as well. You made it. Lift yourself up. Next up, I believe, we got our push-up. Push-up. Come on down to the floor. First round of push-ups starts right now. I'm going to hang out here on my knees, round number 1. Now remember, we are not grinding the floor. So your pubic mound doesn't come down. We're not doing the wave and then lifting yourself up. Everything comes down at the same time. Everything lifts up at the same time. So belly tight, shoulder blades squeeze towards each other, back engaged, eyes down towards the floor. And you did it. Stand on. Just kidding, turn over. Next up, we got that crunch with feet on the floor. Feet stay on the floor, round 1. Pull that belly and press that lower back to the mat and begin. Having those feet on the floor is so helpful when your abs are a little bit weak to help lift yourself up, finding a little bit more grounding. Remember, the ab moves happen when you decrease the space right here. So use that exhale, a little bit more of a crunch, no weight or pressure on the back of your neck. Everything lifts up together, chin stays neutral to the chest. You made it. Okay, this time we definitely stand up. We got the step up next. Step on up over here. Hold a weight at your chest if you want to. Work to come down gently. So no slamming that foot down to the floor. Control on the way down. Eyes stay forward. Use your breath to once again send that knee towards your chest. Yes. Okay, next we got squats. Squats. I'm going to start with a narrow squat. You can do any kind of squat you want. Here we go. For me, the narrow stance squat is the hardest. So I'm just going to reach my arms out in front of me for a little bit of counterbalance as I go down, really thinking like you are a substitute teacher and the kids are pulling the chair out from behind you. So you've really got to reach for it. That way, your knees stay about in line with the arches of your feet, closer towards the heels instead of weight coming to toes. Tricep dip. I'm going to take round 1 right down here on the floor. 3, 2, 1. Remember, if this is boring for you, you can always get up and use a stool, or even just this crab walking. You're still bending your elbow, you're still getting that tricep move in, but maybe it's a little bit more fun. That's what it's all about, you know, enjoying yourself so that you want to keep coming back. I am starting to sweat. All right, nice work. Next up, we've got planks. I don't know what I said, but we're starting with a regular plank, with a nice straight arm plank right now. So pull those shoulders away from your ears. Find a spot to focus your eyes on the floor. Make sure your hands, palms are still about under shoulders. It helps if you line either your pointer finger or your ring finger up with the edge of the mat. Squeeze your glutes. Press through your heels, but heels on top of the balls of the feet if you can. 3, 2, 1. Stand up, high knees. I tell you what, planks make me sweat so hard. All right, high knees start right now. You can add in a gentle hop. Remember, you can keep the intensity low here. Just driving that knee as high as feels good for you today. Sorry, neighbor. Okay, I'll go back to this. When I'm on the other mat, there's 2 rugs. Right now, there's just the yoga mat. Okay, next up, we've got lunges. Starting off with alternating forward lunges, bringing the weight into the front heel, back ball of the foot. Either just stepping forward and stepping back, trying to bring a little bend in the knee. Remember, knee doesn't go past toe. Maybe each time you can go a little bit deeper. Can you keep your chest lifted in these lunges? Sorry, neighbor. And then bringing that back knee down towards the floor as you can. So of course the weight comes into your toe as you step forward, and then you shift the front heel. Yay! Next up, push-ups with rotation. I'm gonna do my push-ups on my knees, but come to my toes to challenge my core for rotation. Begin. Keep breathing. Just doing your best right now. We got 1 move after this. Oh my gosh. And then we get to take a nice little break. Yay, next up is our side plank. We're gonna do our right side first. You can do a modified side plank and keep both knees down on the floor, or think about bringing your top leg forward. Go as you lift yourself up. And you can be doing this side plank on your forearm as I am, or straight arm, whatever works for you. Can you lift your hip up a little higher? We're more than halfway. Keep breathing. Pull those shoulders away from your ears. Head still in line with the spine for 3, 2, 1. Yay. Oh my God, grab some water. Wow. I'm gonna find a towel. I'm gonna find a towel. Oh my gosh. Yay! Bam! High five. Round 1 done. Round 1 done, you guys. Oh my God, I'm dripping with sweat right now. And that was just round 1. We'll take 1 more minute, and then we'll start again with round 2. Round 2, I challenge you to do your jumping jack a little differently. Instead of just going out towards the side, go for a forward jump, and then a back, and then an out jump, a back jump. Like, what am I talking about? Forward and back, and then out to the side. If you're taking it easier, think about stepping forward, stepping back, stepping out, stepping in, keeping a little bit of a bend there. Work those thighs a little more. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. I'm gonna like hide in the kitchen. Oh, kitchen, you're why I have to work out so hard right now. Who's ready for round 2? I'll give you an extra second of break by chatting with you right now about an option to make your wall sit a little bit harder in round 2. And while you're down here, thinking about lifting up a knee. Actually, yeah. We're gonna start with lifting one leg at a time, marching here while still keeping that chest nice and open. Okay, so if you want to modify your jack, forward and back, out to the side. And if you want to modify your wall sit, going for that march and that wall sit. Jumping jacks. Start in 3, 2, 1. And go for that forward, back, fast legs. No reason to still not do my arms. I look like a total weirdo. And you know what? I really don't care. Can you guys hear the sound of my feet on the mat? I did hit start, right? Yeah. Yay, wall sits coming up next. Ew, I'm leaving a gross sweat mark on my painted wall. All right, come on down. 3, 2, 1. Can you get your thighs parallel to the floor? Keep that lower back pressed against the wall. Make sure you're not arching that back. Remember, you can just hang out right here in your wall sit, hands on your thighs, make it a little easier. Arms down by your side, a little harder. You're more than halfway. Remember, if you're coming out early, you slid down the wall. You persevered until you literally couldn't do it anymore. We're done. All right, next up is push-ups. Come on down to the floor. 3, 2, 1, begin. Yay! Nice work, you guys. Keep those push-ups going. Maybe you come to a full stop at the bottom and then work to press yourself up. The only way you can improve your push-up is by doing a push-up. With challenge comes change. Time to roll over onto your butt. It's crunch time. This time we're gonna do our crunch, if you can, with your legs lifted into boat pose. Oh, but shove a face the other direction. Okay, you can make this harder by bringing your knees even further away from the center line of your body. I'm just gonna reach my hands towards my hips due to spatial limitations. If you wanna make it easier, bringing those knees a little closer towards the chest will make it easier, but make sure that that lower back, like right below your belly button where your back is glued down to the mat, and everything lifts at the same time. Yay, I think it's squats. Nope, it's step-ups. Then it's squats. 3, 2, 1. Begin those step-ups. Remember you're landing carefully. If you're holding on to a weight or not, you're still working on shoulders pulled down away from your ears. Chest is open. Belly is tight. Make sure you're taking the time to really be careful of where you're putting your feet as you step up. You made it. Next up are squats. This time I'm gonna go for a slightly wider squat, and I'm gonna use a weight as well. 3, 2, here we go. But I'm still really gonna focus on sending my hips back behind me. I'm working to open that chest. To not bring extra rounding. Even though I know my belly's gonna come towards my thighs because my hip flexors are surprisingly tight. I know you're surprised to hear that after watching me in yoga class, but it's true. Weight in those heels, knees pointing in the same direction as toes. You made it, hit the floor, tricep dip. I'm gonna challenge myself this time to my tricep dip over here. Lifted. If you did your tricep dip lifted before with, oopsies, bent knees, think about straightening those legs all the way up, pressing those heels into the floor to work a little bit harder. Elbows going behind you, pressing into your hands, palms. Using that exhale to lift up, engage those triceps. Fingertips pointed to your bum. Oh my God, we made it. Okay, next up is the plank, the sweat maker. we're doing forearm plank. So come on down if you weren't there. Still bringing that weight forward. If you want to have some fun here, you can even rock a little bit back and forth. Pull your shoulders away from your ears, belly tight, back engaged. You've got just about 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Stand up, high knees are next. Oh my God. Go for it. Still being as light on those toes as you can. Moaning, 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 moaning. Seriously, getting weird helps you to stay motivated. That's how I won my weight loss infomercial. You're welcome to ask me about it. But yeah, I was in a weight loss infomercial for a product called 3-Minute Legs. Okay, next up, we got the lunge. This time we're going for a back lunge or just a step back. 3, 2, alternating those legs. Still working to keep that chest lifted. Bringing that back knee down towards the floor. Feel it in the glutes. Shoulders pulled away from ears. Doing your best to move with control. Weight stays again in the front heel, back ball of the foot. Which lunge, take a break, do you think is easier? Push-ups with rotation. I find that back lunge to be way easier. That's why we did both. 3, 2, 1. So come on down if you can. Be on your toes for the plank and rotation. But feel free to come back to those knees, hands, palms with your chest. We only got one move after this, and then it's break time. I know there's a lot of moves in this workout, but it's pretty fast. 3, 2, 1. Just gonna be lazy and stay down here. Okay, next up is that left side plank. Left side plank. 30 seconds, then a break. Starts right now. What can you do? Maybe you want to stagger your feet. Maybe you want to feel supported with that front foot grounded to the mat. Maybe you want to bring your knees down. I can't see my face past the comments, so I don't know if you can see my face, but I'm doing my best to keep my head in line with my spine and my shoulders pulled away from my ears and my belly tight and my back engaged for 3, 2, 1. Yes. Wow. 2 minutes to yourselves, guys. 2 minutes of you time. I got to be careful because the floor is getting wet around here. Must be raining. Must be raining. The problem with wiping your sweat off is it just comes back. It's like getting on your skin to cool you down. Where did I put that water? Word, you guys, we have 16 minutes left, 7 minutes of work, 10 minutes of rest, and then a quick little cool down. And then you can do whatever you want to do with the rest of the day. I say maybe you think about coming to Will's 4:30 class, but you know, you do you. I'm not gonna necessarily pretend like I'll be there because I got 4 hours of sleep last night and I'm ready for a nap. Yep, but I'm still bringing it. Okay, let me tell you about how we can change it up for round 3. After this quick sip of water. All right. Now remember, if you need to, you can stick with what we did for round 1. We're going to talk about these Oh wait, we're gonna talk about the jumping jack first. All right, so this time for your jumping jack, going for a cross jack. So arms out to the side, legs out to the side, and then cross in front, and then just alternating your cross in front. So even if you're stepping, you can do a similar move of keeping the intensity low here. And I want you to focus on getting that squeeze of your shoulder blades together while your chest puffs, but see if you can keep, pardon me, your rib cage knit tightly and that core contracted so you're not opening up and overarching your back. That sounded so Baltimore of me. You are staying in this nice straight line, bringing your arms back instead of, whoa, flinging it back behind you. Okay, then for your wall sit, just gonna do a modified wall sit, which you could be doing too. You're just gonna go for heel lifts. You can either alternate your heel lifts or work to do both heel lifts together. Yeah, and our crunch this time is gonna be a bicycle crunch with just a little bit of rotation. So even if you have your feet on the floor, you can still lift up and rotate, or even if you have those knees up, you can still work to just rotate at the top, or do a little bit of a bicycle crunch rotation. Those are moves for round number 3. Let's do it, you guys. That was a solid little break. Okay, so remember you have the option to go for this crisscrossy jumping jack in 3, 2, 1, begin. Squeezing those shoulder blades together. Gonna modify it up because of my neighbor. Modify it up because of my neighbor today. But if you don't have to modify it up because of your neighbor though, I expect that you are working it belly tight. Keep that rib cage knit. Don't be splaying out. As you open, keep it. Yay, we made it. Okay, wall sits. Wall sits with optional heel lifts. 3, 2, 1. How do you come out of your wall sits? By falling down. Yay! The crowd goes wild. Getting a little into the hammies right here. Yep, keep that belly tight back against the wall. This one makes my legs shake, shake, shake. And it also is getting sweaty and they're starting to slide. We got 5 seconds left. Stay strong. 3, 2, you made it. Look, come on down to the mat, push-ups. Only 10 moves to go. 3, 2, 1. I lied, it's 11 because we're doing that side plank twice. Oh my God, I forgot to change the timer. Oh no. That means we have to count on me counting. I'm so bad at counting. Keep those shoulder blades engaged. Still working on keeping that rib cage knit too as you can. Tighter is lighter. 3, 2, 1. Roll over. Bicycle crunch if you can. If you can, you must. 3, 2, 1. Find that rotation. Still no pressure of your fingers behind the back of your head. Belly as tight as you can. Lower back. Still gluing down towards that mat. More than halfway right now. Challenge yourself here at the end in the last 10 seconds. Can you move a little bit faster? In control though. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Look, what is next? Step ups. Get up. Okay, come on over here. 3, 2, here you go. Make sure that you are noticing where you put your foot. No injuries, you guys. And you're really working on that control on your way down. So feel free to drive it up fast. Maybe go down even slower. Keeping the weight in your heel. Good, you made it. Making sure that foot was on the step. Okay, next time we've got those squats. This time I'm gonna go for a goddess squat. I'm gonna bring my feet out nice and wide. My knees are pointing in the same direction of my toes. And I'm working to bring my hips forward as if I'm like that dude in Beetlejuice, I like to say, you know, the one who got flattened. He's going through a wall. So I'm not like hinging forward here. And my hips aren't going behind me. I'm working to keep that nice line. You can do whatever kind of squats Uses wants to do. Last time. Yay. Tricep dip. If you want a tricep dip even harder, instead of having your feet on the floor, find a lifted surface. Begin. Oh my God. Find a lifted surface to put those feet on. It'll be even more challenging, especially if you're using a bench or a chair or the couch or some blocks, like literally whatever you can find. Press into those hands palms. Using those triceps, control on the way down and up. 3, 2, 1. Yay. Planks. My fave. This time we're going to do an elevator plank. So, forearms to straight arms, alternating each time. Here we go. Oh my God. I'm so confused. I'm going to have to be on my knees here. Alternating each time you come up, which arm goes down first? Can you keep your hips squared to the mat? How much can you control the rotating side to side as you lift yourself up and bring yourself down? 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Yay. High knees. Did you see how I didn't give up there when it got, oh wait, we started in 3 seconds. How it didn't get hard in the end? I mean, it did. Okay, high knees. It got hard in the end. And I knew my mat was getting slippery and I wanted to be safe, not sorry. So I came down to my knees and I just kept going. Gotta find what works for you. What can your body do today? That's what I like to say. Good times. We're this close to being done. What are you guys having for lunch? Lunges. Oh, we're gonna go forward and then back and then the opposite leg. Or if you want to, you can go backwards and then forward. Same leg. Do you have to put your foot down or can you go right from your forward lunge? Apparently I can't. Into your back lunge. Yes. You made it. Yay. Push-ups with rotation, you guys. Last 3 moves. 3, 2, 1. Begin. You guys get to enjoy the chatty of Fred today. I just realized how loud she's being. I turn her out. I'm a terrible sister, but she is like this all the time. Okay, side plank. First side plank. Let's come back to the right side to begin with. Begin. I'm gonna modify my planks this round. No, I'm not. I'm gonna do the hardest thing I can, and if I need to modify my left side plank, or if I need to bring my knee down, I'll bring it down. But I'll start off doing the hardest thing, because that's what I would tell you guys to do. Guess what? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome sauce. Roll over to the other side. 3, 2, begin. I'm just not going to talk to you guys as much because I'm counting. Lift that hip up 1/3 of the way through. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're done. Awesome. Let's go ahead and roll right over onto all fours. We're going to give ourselves some cat-cows right here. Get your hands, palms underneath of your chest. I'm sweating so much. Think about shaking those hips a little bit side to side. Going for whatever versions of cat-cow work for you. Try some regular cat-cow. Try some cat-cow with cheese. Oh my gosh. Literally, I'm like looking around the floors here and there's little slit marks all over the floor. Work on finding that space from your shoulders and your ears, especially as you come into cow. Like you're painting the faraway wall with your nose, eyes coming up to the ceiling. Last couple moments of free movement right here. Then go ahead, open those knees nice and wide, send your hips back to your heels and walk your hands forward. Allow your head to come down between your heart. Just starting to slow that heart rate down. You can press through your hands, palms as much as you want to bring your glutes closer towards your heels. Ooh, to create that nice stretch in your upper back, or you can bend your elbows and take a little bit more relaxation in the shoulders. You know what's crazy is the air conditioning is on. It's on. I'll tell you what, this is a good workout. Take a couple more breaths right here. Let's hit that lower back. So walk those hands, palms forward, pull yourself forward. Press your pubic mound down towards the mat. Stretch your eyes, nose, chin, up towards the ceiling. Then go ahead, tuck those toes under, press into your hands, palms, send your hips up to the ceiling, and just walk your feet up towards your hands, or your hands up towards your feet. And as you get closer, bend those knees and bring the weight back into your heels. Just work on sandwiching your belly on your thighs. You might want to heel toe your feet in a little bit closer together for some stability. And as you can, begin to relax your head and hairline down towards the floor, which will also probably help you lift your hips up towards the ceiling. If your legs, God, there's so much hair. If your legs are super tight, you might not be able to lift those hips up towards the ceiling, so just focus on keeping the weight in your heels and sending those hips towards the back. All right, from here, we're just gonna shift the weight a little bit. So a little bit more generous of a bend of one knee and then the other, drawing your hip back, working to find a little bit of a stretch right up here. All right, and then slowly, gently, we're gonna roll ourselves up. One awesome vertebrae at a time. Oh my gosh, there's like sweat marks on my pants somewhere in my chest. It's just pressing as we get to the top. Ground those feet into the floor, pull your belly in, inhale those arms up overhead, stretch through your fingers. Exhale, relax your arms down by your side. Let's do that 2 more times. Chin neutral, inhale your arms up overhead. Exhale, relax your arms down by your side. 1 more time. Inhale, arms up overhead. Get ready to take the stretch of your choice a little bit slower as you bring those arms down by your side, maybe rotating a little bit side to side, getting your head involved in the stretch. And as your arms come closer towards your hips, interlace your fingers behind your back. Make sure you're not overarching your back, so squeeze your glutes, hips forward, stretch those knuckles down towards the floor, bring those hands, palms as close together as feels good for you. Chest is open, glutes squeezed. And change. Carefully release. We're going to interlace our fingers at the front. Open those palms forward. Find some rounding this time in your back. Chin tucks towards chest. Extra stretch through the hands, palms. Feel it in that upper back and shoulders. Then 1 more time. Inhale your arms up overhead. Relax those shoulders away from your ears here. Find that length through your hands, not just your shoulders. And exhale. Relax your arms down by your side. Yay. Oh my gosh. Wow, you're so worth it. You made it. We all made it. I hope you guys had a great workout today. Can't wait to see you all again soon. Have a wonderful rest of your day.